102.5. Second date update.
We got an email from a mystery guy who wants to get a second date update.
Why a mystery?
He requested that we not use his real name during the call.
And how is the person going to know who we're talking about?
That's a good question.
Okay.
And I don't know why he doesn't want to use his real name, if he's maybe in the witness protection program.
Oh, that's obviously what we should go to first.
Or if he's maybe trying to have an affair and doesn't want his wife to find out about this.
Oh, dang.
Or maybe his real name is just super sad and embarrassing. Like Stevie Sharts.
Oh, what a terrible name.
Or Will Whack Me. I don't know.
You never forget Will Whack Me, though.
No, you won't. Well, let's talk to him. First, what fake name would you like to go by, and why are you hiding your identity?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm going to be using Chip Green.
Chip Green.
Like a chocolate chip?
Why
All right.
pick such a lame fake name? Chip?
Hey, don't make fun of his name.
Sorry to all of our listeners named Chip out there.
I don't know.
What do you want his name to be, like Renegade? Like,
I don't
it's not
know,
supposed
just-
to
Yeah,
be cool.
why-
Something badass.
Why are you hiding your
Chip?
identity?
So here's the thing. I am a professional golfer, and people would know who I am if I said my name.
Is it Bruce Koepka?
Okay.
No, and you know what? That's not true. I wouldn't know who you were if you said your name. I don't know any, unless you're Tiger Woods.
I'm not Tiger Woods.
Okay, then I wouldn't have known you.
All right, then now I get the name Chip Green.
Ricky Fowler?
I get it.
That's-
Yeah.
That's clever.
Could have been Rough Fairway.
Yeah.
No? Okay,
Nope.
didn't think that
He
was
didn't
funny.
like that
Apparently
one.
my golf humor is not on par.
All right.
Hey, another
Oh.
guy. There's layers to this,
Oh,
guys.
God. This is going to be a long
I'm
call.
with you, Brooke.
All right, Chip.
Fantastic.
All right.
So, Chip, tell us about the woman that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Stephanie.
Okay.
And I'm guessing since you're a professional athlete that you don't often not get a call back.
You would be correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how did you meet Stephanie?
It's a dating website like, OkCupid, but it's specifically for elite millionaires, executives, sports stars like myself.
So
Uh-huh.
Dude, that's cool.
do the women on this site also have to be that elite?
No, they kind of just have to look good. I mean, there's no
Oh.
net worth qualifications for them.
Okay.
Oh,
So this is like
okay.
a sugar daddy type situation.
Not at all, not at all. It's a way to find a different class of people, for people like me who are in the public eye. And, I'm looking for a real connection.
Oh.
So you actually want a relationship.
Oh, absolutely.
So what about her stood out?
She was, probably the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She was
Aw.
stunning. She was gorgeous.
Yeah, do you have any more adjectives for how attractive she was?
Yeah, well, no, it's a dating site, so, looks are the first thing I noticed. Then I read her profile, and she seemed funny and smart. She has a college education, and she has her own job.
So she's basically checking all your boxes before you even met her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so what were you feeling when you're going into this date? Are you nervous?
Oh, yeah, I was definitely nervous because I was like, I don't want to blow this.
Are you more nervous going into this date or doing the 18th hole where you're going to win the tournament?
You know what? The date, because I know that I'm probably going to make that shot.
Oh,
You've been
okay.
practicing
Okay.
your
Yeah.
whole life.
Yeah,
So-
you're a pro. Okay.
FedEx Cup, no big deal.
What did you guys decide to do for the date?
So she had said that she is not easily impressed. So I rented a helicopter.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
I picked her up in the helicopter, flew us out, get into a Rolls Royce that I rented.
Oh, my God.
He's going to get some dinner
Yeah.
in the helicopter.
Why did I never date a really rich superstar? Like, what is my problem?
But it gets better. Drive the Rolls Royce, beautiful scenery. We're talking get to like a harbor, like a yacht club.
Oh, of course, yes. It's not a boat, it's a yacht.
Mm-hmm.
So we have like first class dining experience on this boat.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what is the vibe like between you two through all of this?
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
Like we were having this expensive date, but it was talking about real stuff.
Okay.
But this is the part where I think she was really impressed. So, we were talking about like hobbies, and I said, I love my dogs, all that sort of thing. But I recently started collecting diamonds.
Oh, wait a minute.
Get off the phone. Get off the phone. You
You're
stop
kidding
it. I'm a professional golfer who collects diamonds.
Yeah, we talked
What?
about some really down-to-earth stuff.
No, listen, it's a serious thing.
And then what? What happened?
Well, we had dessert, and then I had paid for a fireworks show over the harbor.
Oh, my gosh,
Oh,
bro.
dude.
Dang, dude.
How are you going to ever come back on your second date and up this at all?
Well, that's the thing. I can't even get a second date with her, so I can't even try at this point.
Okay, well, so, how did this all end for you? How did the evening end after the fireworks were done?
So, the evening was winding down, and I told her, I said, I've got this whole yacht for the whole weekend. No pressure. If you want to stay the night, you can. You can have your own cabin. We don't have to sleep in the same bed.
Oh my
But,
God.
no
That's
pressure.
so cool.
She said no, that she had stuff to do the next day. So I drove her back to the helicopter. I was staying on the yacht for the weekend because, why not?
Yeah. And then, what was the last moments before she got on the helicopter?
Well, it was like a nice kiss goodbye. And then, she waved through the window as, the helicopter was going up. And that was it. That's the last I've heard from her.
It could be that she just met a better millionaire on that same dating website. I'm not to be terrible.
Yeah, someone
but
that actually owns a yacht.
If you described her as the most beautiful woman on that dating site that the elite people are on, maybe she's got options.
If you say so. But, at least, a text, even if I had taken her to, Arby's, I would want a text and it was thanks for dinner.
Man, she gave you nothing afterwards?
Nothing.
Oh, that's
kind
cruel.
of rude.
Yeah.
But they did kiss.
Last time I hung out with a diamond collector, I at least said that was great.
Yeah. She at least gave some over-the-shirt stuff. But I don't know. Okay, let's call Stephanie. We'll play a song, come back, and we'll get you a second date update, okay?
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, hang on. If you're just tuning in, we are #blessed because we've got a pro athlete on the phone for a second date update. Not sure exactly who he is because he asked not to use his real name. Instead, he wanted to use the alias Chip Green because he's a pro golfer.
I just got it, Chip.
Yes.
Just now got it?
I didn't
Chip.
know. Well, you made fun of it for being so lame.
Chip onto, the green.
Yeah, it could have been Chip Putter.
And we already have a bunch of people texting in, guessing who you are, but Chip met a gorgeous woman named Stephanie on a dating app for ultra-rich and famous people. He took her on a date that would honestly put The Bachelor to shame.
Yeah.
He rented a helicopter, which flew them to a Rolls Royce that he'd rented, which drove them to a private yacht where they enjoyed a catered dinner cooked by, I assume, celebrity chef Bobby Flay. And then to finish off the night, he paid for a fireworks show over the harbor where the yacht was moored. And he offered to let Stephanie stay with him on the yacht for the weekend in her own private cabin, but she declined. And ever since, she's gone completely silent. Mm-hmm. So he wants some answers. Is that right, Chip?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But don't forget, I collect diamonds, and we did talk about that.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. I apologize for not mentioning your new diamond collecting hobby.
Yeah, Chip, you say you did all of this because she claimed to be not easily impressed.
Yeah, exactly.
But is there any chance that by that she meant impressed by people's personality or the intangible things that money can't buy?
No, I don't think that's what she meant.
It's just so much. The fireworks show for me would have put it over the edge. What are you compensating for is kind of almost what it feels like.
Okay, well, don't you worry about that. But, I honestly don't think she ever thought that I would call her on it.
You wanted to put your money where your mouth was, is what you're saying.
Literally.
Lot of the money.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
It wasn't as much as you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we have very different ideas of
Yes.
what is a lot of money and what is not.
Humble Chip. Not bragging at all about his date. Let's call Stephanie right now and figure out why she's not getting back to you. You ready?
I'm all ready. Thank you, guys.
All right, here we go. I'm dialing the phone number right now.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Stephanie, please?
This is she. Who's calling?
This is the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. We're doing something called a second date update. Have you ever heard of that before?
I've heard of it.
Okay, it's a positive.
That's
Cool.
that's
Cool.
something. You've got the ears that have heard the things.
Yeah.
And so if you're not familiar with it, though, the way it works is if you go out on a date with someone and afterwards they're not calling you back, you can reach out to our show and we'll get a hold of them for you to try and figure out the reason why.
I haven't gone out on a date with anyone who hasn't called me back.
Yeah.
No,
it's,
see, you're the person who's not calling back after the date.
and they're wanting to go out with you again, but you're not touching base at all with them. You've ghosted them.
I would tell you the name of the guy who's calling, but I don't know his name.
Oh, that's right.
It doesn't help. He's going by an alias.
Yeah.
That seems kind of sketchy.
Well,
It is.
he's trying to protect his image because he's sort of in the spotlight a lot.
He's a pro golfer.
He's a pro golfer.
Oh. I don't know if I want to talk about this on the radio.
What? We're talking about the date, right? Like the helicopter Rolls Royce yacht fireworks date.
Yep. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh.
Okay.
Dude, he said that you didn't even text him back a thank you.
Nope. I did not.
Wow. That's brutal.
yeah. Why would you be so cold to him after he went all out for you with this? I mean, he must have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on this date.
Okay, so Stephanie, this was my theory, okay? I mean, because he told us that the reason he did all that was because you said you weren't very easily impressed. I mean, that had to impress you, right?
Yeah, it was impressive.
Was it too much? Because the fireworks show would have put me over the edge.
That was a little bit too much. I mean, it was pretty, but it kind of felt like he was overcompensating.
Okay. I mean, we're just hoping to get some answers for the guy because he says he really likes you and he thought that you guys had a strong connection and you're giving him nothing after the date ended.
Well, there's a reason for that.
What would that be?
This is going to be embarrassing for him.
I mean, he already knows that when he calls into our show asking for help. You basically sign up with the acknowledgement that you might hear something you don't want to hear.
It's kind of like the terms and conditions of doing this.
Yeah.
But also, like, we're using his fake name. We don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't either,
What?
What do you mean?
except I know who he's not.
Okay.
Okay, explain.
Okay, so you know about this website where we met through.
Yeah, we're like the rich, elite, famous, super wealthy people date.
Right. So I've dated another pro golfer, and after the date, I texted my ex, who I'm still friends with, because I just wanted some background on this guy, because he just didn't fit the profile of golfers I've hung out with before. Something felt off.
Okay.
And so my ex said he would look into him, and he texted me back 15 minutes later, and he was like, this guy doesn't exist. And I was like,
What?
what do you mean? And he said, he's just not a golfer. He's not in the league or whatever it is. I don't really care about sports.
So wait.
It's the tour, but
He was lying about being a pro golfer? I mean, because that was his whole
Yeah.
shtick to us, was that he couldn't tell us his name because people would know him as a professional golfer.
yeah.
Right.
He can't tell you his name because nobody will know him as a professional golfer.
Whoa. But how would he have all that money?
Yeah.
I don't know how he has that money, but I've already reported him to the website. I emailed and was like, this guy's a scam artist and you guys need to vet your clients more thoroughly.
Wow.
Well, geez, I don't know what to say anymore other than to tell you that he's been on the other line listening and he wants to talk to you.
Are you guys serious?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I mean, I went no contact with him for a reason.
Well,
yeah.
don't you want to know why he's lying or where he got all this stuff from?
No,
I'd be dying
I don't
to
ever
know.
want to talk to him again.
Well, it's a little bit too late for that. Chip's there, I
Well,
think.
that's really cute, you guys.
Chip.
Hey, Stephanie.
What's up, creep?
Oh.
All right.
It's actually Chip. You mispronounced that one.
Just like real quick, guys, right off the bat, I just want to say to you, Stephanie, I didn't lie about anything.
What?
Huh?
So you are a pro
Uh-huh.
golfer.
You want to find some pictures of yourself playing golf and text them to these radio people? Because nobody else can find any.
Well, I'll tell you, you're never going to hear back from the website because they did vet me and they know my net worth.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
So wait, hold
This
on.
is all confusing, man. You got to explain. Apparently, the other golfers on the tour don't know who you are.
Can you just give up the lie? Nobody's buying this.
Okay, listen, I am a pro golfer, but it's mini golf that I'm a professional at.
What?
Oh, you're a pro mini golfer?
I wasn't lying. I tour constantly, and I make a really good living.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. My goodness. I don't know what to say.
Well,
Stephanie, how you feeling?
I feel exactly the same way I did before you guys called. I just don't want to go out with him again.
But I mean, he's right, though. I will say he wasn't lying. He's actually I didn't know that professional mini golf existed, but
Okay, so I used to say that I was a pro mini golfer on my website profile, and people thought it was a joke. So I said, well, maybe you'll just change it to pro golfer and see. And all of a sudden now you're like, oh, a pro golfer. It was my paycheck. That's what you were interested in.
You have to be wealthy on both ends to get on this site, hole.
Oh.
Stop trying to, pull yourself out of this by your tiny little...
Oh.
That whole stereotype about mini golfers having small is totally untrue. And you're just a shrew.
I guess I'll
puppy
never
of a
find
goldfish.
out.
Oh. Wow.
So do we ask still?
I don't know. I feel like maybe we should. This is the right time. Stephanie, at this point, we'd like to offer you a second date with Chip, the mini golfer, not the pro real golfer. Would you like to go out with him? We'll pay for it.
No, thank you.
Oh, shocking.
Are you sure?
I didn't see that coming.
You could lock down that pro mini golf
I'm
money.
really, really, really sure, you guys.
Oh.
I'm done here.
You know what? Before you guys asked, I was done with her.
Oh.
She lost out on a mini golf pro. She lost out. Too bad for her.
Chip,
Oh my God.
you'll find a woman that loves mini golf just as much as you do. Don't be ashamed of what you do for a living, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
You bogeyed this date, but the next one, you're going to get an eagle, I promise.
Do you still use those terms in mini golf?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Right? Right, Chip?
Well, you don't have it quite right, but you're
Okay. I mean, who cares?
Moving 92.5.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is a little different. Actually, it started at a place where I feel sorry for almost any woman that goes there.
What is it?
The golf course.
Why? Women love golf.
Well, I know they love golf, and a lot of them are very, very good at it, but there are so many dudes on a golf course that just try to hit on them nonstop, especially if you're working the drink cart. Oh God, that's got to be the worst. Just old dudes being like, "You keep this coming around every 3 holes. Here's another $20 where that came from. By the way, did I mention I'm a CEO and I'm twice your dad's age? Let's go out sometime." So anyway, today's second date update started on a golf course and involves an angry brother. That's pretty much all I know about it. Sounds like it should be a lot of fun. Peter, what's up? How are you?
A little pissed off. I'm doing okay today.
Wait, so does that make you the angry brother, or is there another angry brother involved?
No, I think I'm the only angry brother on this call.
Well, let's check. Is there another angry brother here? Nope, just you,
Okay.
Peter. All right, cool. Your email was actually a little confusing, but I want you to explain what happened. Why are you calling for a second date update today?
Okay, well, I got invited by my boss to this charity golf outing.
Okay.
And he told me I could bring a guest because usually I play with him, and my sister's a golfer. So I brought my sister.
Cool.
Okay, wait, hold on. We're not calling your sister for the second date update, though, right?
No, definitely don't want to date my sister.
Okay, good.
Um,
Things that have to be established.
No. Yeah, no. So we got paired with these two guys. They work for another company. I never met them before. But these two guys, Tyler and Max, and they seem like good guys, and we were having a good time. It's like a party tournament, basically. There's shots at every hole. There's drinking competition, games, whatnot, raffle prizes, that whole thing.
Okay.
So it's me and my sister, and it's these two guys, Tyler and Max.
Okay.
And drinks start flowing. Tyler and my sister start hitting it off. The flirtation grows, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do about it? But throughout the round, it was more and more. They were distracted by each other, not even taking their shots, just giggling. And
Like on a little grassy hill somewhere making out while you guys are trying to putt?
it wasn't quite like that, but it might as well have been. I mean, they weren't thinking about golf.
Okay, so wait, were you angry at that point? Like, were you mad at your sister for ruining your game, or?
No, I mean, it was whatever. It was fine. She was having a good time. I didn't really care. So anyway, this continued the whole round. And by the end, it was a little annoying. Not going to lie. It was like me and his friend were just these awkward guys on their date. And it wasn't even like we were playing golf. It was like, where can we get the next drink? And towards the end of the round, the last few holes, they actually rode together. We switched carts, and I was awkwardly riding with his friend.
So it's almost like she was on a date and you were on a date with somebody new too.
Cute.
But that was just the beginning, because after the round, they had the raffle and the dinner and everything. And it was like she completely forgot I was even there. We were sitting at the same table, but it was like their second date at this point. And the drinks are flowing. And meanwhile, I'm her DD. I'm driving her, so I'm basically a babysitter at this point.
Yeah, right. She's going home with him. She doesn't care about you, bro. Okay?
Yeah, well, that would have been better than what happened, because the raffle and the dinner was winding down. It was over. People were leaving, and I couldn't find my sister.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, I was literally the last person in the ballroom. There was nobody. There was the people cleaning up. I don't know where my sister is, so I go out to the parking lot, and people are leaving. I go to my truck to put my clubs and our stuff back, and there in the bed of my truck is my sister with Tyler.
Oh.
Your truck has been christened.
I think the word you're looking for is tainted. But,
All right. So 2 problems. 1, you got to burn your truck. And 2, you saw your sister doing that in the back of your truck.
yeah, it was dark. I didn't see much. I heard more than I saw, and I quickly walked away.
Oh my God, but then you just have to wait till they finish. Like, what do you do then? Like, you're just sitting on the curb like, all right, minding my own business, twiddling my thumbs here.
Yeah, you go on Instagram and you'd be really pissed off, and you just sit there.
Just sit there and scroll through your Instagram feed for about, what, how long? How long were you there?
About 40 minutes.
Wow, nice
wow.
work, sis. Yeah.
Yeah. So she comes stumbling back my way, holding hands with this douche, Tyler, and they're...
I like how we went from a good guy to a douche because now your truck is involved.
Yeah, he walked her back, kissed her goodnight right in front of me, and then went to shake my hand. I'm actually the most angry that I shook his hand. As he said goodnight, and he told my sister that he would call her. But she kept saying what a great guy he was. Like, she really thinks it was going to be something, and so I tried to be supportive. I'm her big brother, and the reason I'm calling is this guy ruins my whole experience, and now he's ghosting my sister.
Oh.
After all that, he ghosted her. My sister's really upset about it, and which makes me furious.
Yeah.
So wait, so you're calling for your sister so that we can call him and you can get her a second date?
I don't want to get her a second date. I'm calling to find out why he ditched my sister like that. I want answers.
Oh.
Whoa, the brother's coming in.
And if it's a good reason, are you going to be like, hey, will you go out with her again? Or
I mean, if there's a legitimate reason, sure. But I don't see how there could be when you just get someone's number and then you don't talk to them for 2 weeks.
yeah. Well, he did more than get her number. I just want to remind you that he got more than a number.
Dude.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
No problem. All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and find out why he's not calling your sister back, and maybe end up getting your sister a second date.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
And it's a beautiful day here for your second date update. The hills are a beautiful rolling green. The grass has been perfectly manicured while the employees of a company golf tournament get properly tuned up by taking shots on every single hole before the action really starts, because everybody knows the game really starts after the golf tournament, where the employees get even more tuned up and in the night by hooking up in the back of their brother's truck. It's the Masters, a tradition unlike any other.
Oh, beautiful.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Welcome back to the second part of our second date update today. And why the golf intro? That's because Peter is on the phone, and Peter doesn't want a second date today. Peter wants to get his sister a second date, or at least find out why the dude that hooked up with her in the back of his truck at his company's golf tournament won't call her back. Peter, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Peter, I forgot to ask you, does your sister know you're doing this?
No.
She doesn't.
Do you think she's going to want that?
My sister's really upset about this. She really liked him, so
All right.
There we go.
What's your sister's name, by the way? I never got her name.
Leah.
Leah, okay. And when I call this dude for the second date update, I'm just going to say that she wants to know before I bring you on the phone, okay?
All right. Appreciate it.
Well, let's do this. There's a slight easterly wind in the air, and I think it is the perfect time to dial the phone number. So let's dial away.
Hello?
Yeah, can I speak to Tyler, please?
Yeah, you're talking to him?
What's up, Tyler? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
Yeah, my name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah, I know the show. Why are you calling?
Oh, you do know the show. Do you listen a lot?
Occasionally, yeah.
Good.
Wonderful.
That is a good
Occasionally
review.
is way more than most people do. So thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, but why exactly are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you today because somebody emailed us to do a second date update with you.
You mean that thing you guys do when you go on a date with somebody, but you don't like call them back, and then you guys follow up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
You are an occasional listener. Look at that.
Yeah, but I haven't gone out with anybody.
Well, technically that's true.
Yeah, I guess you are right. This is a girl named Leah that you recently met at a golf tournament. She's wondering why you're not calling her back.
But I didn't go on a date with her.
Yeah.
Right. But you still hung out with her.
Yeah, there's that crazy golf day, but that's about it. I wouldn't call that a date.
But it's still fun. Like, it sounds like you guys made a great connection. You spent most of the day together from what we know.
From what I can remember.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys, according to the report we heard, everybody was hammered, and you guys especially were very drunk.
Okay, yeah, I know I was, but I still don't understand why she's wanting to call me. I don't even know how did she get my number.
What?
I'm assuming you gave it to her after you gave it to her.
And it sounds like you guys had quite a connection together. It seems pretty obvious to me why she'd want to go out with you again.
We flirted, we had a good time, kissed around the 16th hole, but...
You did a little more than that.
Yeah. There's a reason that you probably would have gave her your phone number.
Look, to be honest, I don't recall anything from that day mostly. It was like the 12th hole is like the last thing I have that I can remember.
For real?
Dang.
Yeah, I remember 12th hole, and I remember getting home in a taxi cab.
Dude, there was like a dinner, there was an auction, there was some other stuff after that. You don't remember any of that.
I've been told all of that happened. Don't have any memory of it.
Okay.
What's the last thing that, I don't know, somebody told you about that you don't remember?
So, well, my friend who took me there, the last thing he told me was that I wandered off. And he didn't see me for a while. He couldn't find me, so he went home, and then I showed up at home in a taxi.
Okay. Well, then have I got news for you, Peter.
Well, obviously, I gave Leah my phone number. You said that already.
Yeah. You did a little bit more than that, though.
I'm confused. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm talking about hooking up with her in the back of her brother's truck.
That was blunt.
Sorry, I just let it slip out there like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What do you mean, no? How could you have zero memory of hooking up with somebody in the bed of a truck?
Well, what? You're serious?
Yeah. I'm completely serious.
Oh, come on, guys. That didn't happen. I would have remembered that.
Well, it sounds like you don't. And I know somebody who does remember it because I think it is burned into his memory for the rest of his life, whether he wants it to be or not.
His?
Yeah. Her brother, Peter, who actually saw you guys doing that. And he's on the phone and wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Tyler, this is Peter, Leah's brother.
Hi?
So awkward, dude. Oh my God.
Seriously? Hi, that's all you gotta say?
I'm sorry?
Could you say that again without it being such a question mark? Like you don't know what you're supposed to say?
Well, I'm I'm just confused. I'm sorry.
Are you confused about the fact that you're a real piece of
Oh!
Well, I'm not, man. I just don't remember anything.
Peter, don't you think that's, I mean, it's kind of a valid excuse why he hasn't called your sister back since he doesn't remember.
I'm glad to know that. I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, I can't believe that my sister is feeling so terrible about missing out on hearing from a guy like you.
Oh!
A guy like me? I'm a really nice guy. I would have called her back. It's just I drank too much that day. It's just a circumstance. Oh.
Okay, well, if you're such a good guy, then why don't you call her back now that you know? Because I think she deserves an apology.
I don't even have her number. I don't even know what's going on.
Wait, hasn't she tried to get a hold of you at all? Hasn't she texted you, Tyler, or called you?
I'm not that I'm aware of. Not from anyone named Leah. I haven't gotten a call.
You're a liar, dude. She said she's called you at least 10 times, left messages. Be a man.
That's a lot of times.
Oh my God, that's the number?
So
I'm glad that it's amusing to you, Tyler.
Oh my God, I saw the number. I just avoided it because I didn't recognize it. Thought it was just a bill collector. I'm not going to check my messages if I think they're just trying to get money or sell me something.
Okay, well, now that you know whose number it is, I'd appreciate if you'd call my sister and apologize.
You can tell her that
What?
I'm sorry.
You don't want to call her back?
Okay.
Tell her.
Look, it's. I mean, whatever happened. I thought she was cute, but I wasn't attracted. I didn't see anything going further beyond just a fun.
Okay, no, I don't want to hear anything else out of you, Tyler, other than I'm going to call your sister and you're going to ask her out on a proper date.
Oh.
Really?
I don't think I could do that.
I think you can, Tyler, and here's why you can, because if you don't, I happen to know who your boss is.
Whoa!
Because that tournament you were at, that was put on by my company. So if you don't remember what happened at that event, if you don't call my sister, apologize, and ask her out on a date, I'm going to report your actions back to your boss.
What?
Ooh.
Are you blackmailing him right now, Peter?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Wait, why would your sister even want to go out with a guy who doesn't remember sleeping with her?
I'm going to give her the chance to turn him down if that's what she wants to do, but he's going to man up and make the call, and if he doesn't, I'm going to get him fired.
Oh.
Whoa.
Come on, man. Are you serious? You're going to get me fired over this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, guys.
I think he's serious, Tyler.
Yeah.
I would call her.
That's a big
Just
brother.
saying.
It was a drunken mistake. Come on. Can't you just give me a pass on this? We've all done stupid stuff.
It was a drunken mistake that happened in the back of my pickup truck, so I'm kind of taking it a little bit personally, Tyler. So you better make this right,
Oh.
In that case, Tyler, would you like to go out with Peter's sister Leah on a second date? We will pay for it.
Well, I guess I don't have much of a choice, so yeah.
This is the start of a romantic story. It really is.
Yeah.
All right, good. I'll be expecting you to call her by tonight at the latest.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, man, this is a beautiful love story.
Yeah, I can't wait for their wedding.
I don't think there's going to be a wedding, but I'll be calling her.
Great. I'm certainly hoping that there isn't.
All right. Well, that's a successful second date update. Both of you guys take care, all right?
Thank you.
Ugh.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 592 that says, Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Entertaining extortion along with your morning coffee. It's true. It's what we do here.
so
We support
bad.
extortion and blackmail and all other types of crime, really.
We don't
Brooke and Jubal
support
in the
it.
morning, talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Peter wanted to call Tyler. They didn't go out together, but Peter took his sister to a golf tournament. It was like a work golf tournament. And his sister got very drunk and ended up hooking up with this dude, Tyler, in the back of his truck. Not Tyler's truck. Peter, the girl's brother's truck.
Yeah.
And he saw it. And then the dude wasn't calling back. So Peter wanted to do a second date update to confront him about it. And it turns out Tyler didn't remember a single thing. And that's why he wasn't calling her back.
I'm sorry, but in this whole thing, the brother, that's just creepy, man. You don't get involved in your sister's sex life. I mean, just stay out of it. No.
I think he's being a good brother. She was upset. He wants to get to the bottom of it.
It's creepy. And then extorting the guy to make him go out with his sister, or like at least apologize, I guess.
Yeah, because it was a work thing. He said, if you don't call my sister and apologize and ask her on another date, then I'm going to tell your boss how drunk you got and what you did in the back of my truck. And the guy was like, okay, I guess I have to. And yeah, I think it's kind of weird, but a lot of people texting in at 78592 say that guy is the best brother ever.
Dude, no.
It's good unless they like fall in love, because then at the wedding you're like, do they really love each other, or does he still just want to keep his job?
Yeah, is he just still scared of the brother?
Or if they get married, you have the worst brother-in-law ever. I mean, he's going to be involved in every single thing that you do.
Yeah, true.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Ethan is on the phone today, and he sent us an email that said he went on the hottest date ever.
Oh,
So I'm assuming they must have played Uno a little bit. I mean,
Uno?
that's hot.
Like the card game?
Yeah, for sure. Ethan,
Okay.
please tell me how much Uno you played.
Oh, well, I'm taking notes right now. I don't think I played enough Uno, I guess.
Yeah, you should have played more. Maybe that's why you're not getting a call back.
It's all about that wild
Yeah.
card.
What's the name of the girl you want to call today?
First name is Marissa.
Marissa, okay. I don't care about her last name. Where'd you guys meet?
Marissa and I met at a club. It was me and a few of my guy friends, and we kind of saw her with like a group of girlfriends, and I thought she was pretty hot, and I asked my guys what they thought, and they thought I had no chance, but...
Do guys ever think that their friends have a chance?
No.
Like, is there ever been a case like, yeah, man,
No.
No, never.
perfect
She's
for
way
you?
too hot for you, bro.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it worked out, though.
It didn't. It didn't really work out. It's kind of why I emailed you guys.
Very
I
good
guess
point.
you're right.
Yeah.
I just meant, like, at least you got her number or something.
Initially.
Yeah. So how'd you start talking to her?
Well, I approached her, and I was a little bit nervous because I'd already seen her shoot down a couple guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I kind of went in with that, and I said, hey, I know how you can keep these other creeps away. And she just kind of looked me up and down. She's like, how? And I said, next time a guy offers to buy you a drink, just say yes, and then point at me, and then say one for my boyfriend, too.
That's a good idea.
That's smart.
Okay. You're also trying to get free drinks out of the deal, which I like.
Thank you. And so she kind of laughed. I really left it at that. I felt good about it, walked away, and then she did it.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and we looked at each other, and it was like that kind of like secret joke across a room vibe. I went back over, we laughed about it, and then so end of the night, we closed the club. I leaned over and I whispered in her ear if she wanted to go back to my place, and she said yes.
Okay, sounds creepy. The whispering part sounds creepy. I mean. But she said yes. I mean, that's a good sign.
Awesome.
Yeah. Note taken again. Yeah, it was a good sign. So we went back to my house, and we went in, and she was very, very nice. She really liked my house. She gave me a lot of compliments about what I've done with the place. And
It's always awesome to walk into a guy's place that you met at a club, and he's not sleeping on just a mattress on the floor with like some posters tacked up on the wall of women in bikinis.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm sure she was like, oh my God, it's like I won the club guy lottery.
It was great. I felt like I'd won the woman lottery. We were having a really good time. And so we go upstairs. I've got a couple cool rooms up there, and I start to play. I've got this beautiful baby grand piano. I play.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You got a place.
Dang,
You got a place.
I got a place.
Okay.
And she really digs the music, and she's kind of melting into it. And I don't know what happened next, but we're making out on top of my piano.
Wow.
That sounds so cool.
It sounds like a movie.
I know.
Yeah.
This is why I'm emailing you. It was hot. It was perfect. And
I still haven't heard anything about Uno, though. That's what's confusing to me.
that could be where I fail, is you're just not going to hear about it, I guess. Yeah, so we're making out for a bit, and then all of a sudden she's kind of like, I'm thirsty, and so I stop, and I go downstairs into the kitchen, and then I don't know what happened, but when I went back upstairs, she wasn't there. I thought we were playing hide and seek or something, so like I checked the closets and stuff, but she was like, she's gone,
and that is the last I've heard of.
What?
Wow, so she
She,
just
like-
ditched.
She disappeared.
Like jumped out a window?
Like you didn't hear her go out the front door?
There's actually like a couple different ways out of my place. It's a big house, so I didn't notice it.
Oh,
Man,
right.
and you tried texting her and she just didn't respond to you at all?
Yeah, no, text. You know, I didn't send like a barrage of texts. I sent her one right away, and then next day, maybe a few days later, one more,
Yeah.
and then kind of let it chill. I didn't,
And nothing.
nothing.
What do you think could have happened?
Maybe like my piano was out of tune. I don't know.
I mean, that will
Yeah, does
turn
that,
anybody off, you know? It's always a deal breaker.
unless you're talking about figuratively, because maybe that is an issue.
Yeah, and looking back, I didn't have any Uno, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be my take on it, but
course.
we'll see.
I mean, it's pretty serious if you're making out with a guy, he goes down to get you water, and then you just leave.
Yeah.
Like, that's more than I didn't have that great of a time.
Yeah, like cause a distraction.
Right. No, I don't think you should be laughing, is what I'm saying. I think you said something very wrong.
Yeah.
I promise you, I did nothing wrong. We had a great night. I really do not know what happened.
Uh-huh.
We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Ethan is on the phone, and Ethan has a fetish he hasn't told us about.
What?
Fetish?
Something.
Whoa.
That's the only thing I can think of, because I don't know how a dude that has an amazing house and plays piano doesn't get a call back. Not even doesn't get a call back, but the girl just ditches in the middle of the date.
Yeah.
If you missed it, Ethan met this girl, Marissa, at the club. He took her back to his place, and I guess his place is a very nice house. He actually has a piano there, and he started playing the piano for her, and then they started, like, making out on the piano.
Cool.
Sounds like a movie.
It does.
And then she asked for some water, and he went to the kitchen, and then she snuck out, and he hasn't talked to her since. We're going to get her on the phone and see if we can find out why. All right, Ethan, are you ready to go? Do you want to tell us about your fetish now, or you want to wait until she tells us?
I'm waiting for Marissa.
You know, we laugh, but I think Jubal's onto something. I think this is something serious that either you don't even realize about yourself that would freak other people out. There's got to be something for somebody to sneak out a back
She
door.
had an escape route.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know where she snuck out or if or how she snuck out, but I do know that whether it's a date or just a hookup again, I do need to see her.
All right, well, see if we can help you out. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay?
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. Maybe she's still in the house. It's a big house, you know?
So
You check
big.
everywhere.
in the piano.
She got lost in the West Wing.
You guys think I should check before I call her?
No, I'd actually rather call her and then she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm in the closet.
I'm in
I
a
don't
closet."
know where I am." That'd be more entertaining. I'm gonna dial her phone number right now, though. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Marissa?
Yeah?
Hey, Marissa, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Excuse me, who's calling?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What's this regarding?
Well, do you know about the radio show at all? Have you ever heard of it?
What's the name of your show?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
Brooke and who?
Jubal, that's me.
Yeah.
And it's a morning radio show.
Okay.
Okay? I'm guessing you never heard of it then.
Yeah.
I already answered. Okay, you answered that question for me.
Not really, no, sorry.
That's fine.
I'm calling you today, Marissa, because we actually got an email about you from somebody who does listen to the show.
Okay.
His name is Ethan.
Wait, he contacted you?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, because we do a segment on our show, it's called the Second Date Update. So if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And Ethan is confused because he told us about your first date and how you guys met up and went back to his place. And then he told us that you just kind of like skipped out and he hasn't been able to get a hold of you.
Yeah, that was a bad night for me.
Really? It was a bad night for you. Ethan described it as one of the hottest nights ever.
Yeah.
He told you that? That's so embarrassing.
Does he have a weird fetish? What's his weird fetish?
What? No.
We figured.
Damn.
No,
All right.
we just figured that he did something pretty serious to make you ditch out, leave, exit somewhere from the house without letting him know.
I think anyone would have left if they were in my situation.
Oh, we knew
Okay,
it.
so
Why
can you
is he-
tell us what the situation was?
I feel sort of weird telling you this, but it's this massive, like, 10-bedroom house, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, we knew it was
I mean, he said it was big.
10 bedrooms? That's like a mansion.
Yeah.
And yeah, we walked in. It's super fancy. I went to the bathroom. There's one of those like antique toilets where you like pull the chain from above.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, who can afford this? Like, what is up with this guy? Does he sell drugs? Does he
sell drugs? I think most people would first think it's like some trust fund kid, or drug dealer. Fine. Drug dealer with a fancy toilet.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even sure. I was like, is he a Zuckerberg or?
Yeah.
Does that guy have a brother?
So his house was obviously very impressive.
Yeah, it was insane.
Okay, so
Why is that
I mean,
bad?
that would be a positive for most people.
Yeah, at that point, it was a positive.
Okay.
So when did it become a negative?
The negative is when we were in the kitchen, he was making some food, and his parents walked in.
Oh, all right. So it's not really his place.
No, it's their house.
Oh, okay. He didn't tell us that.
Oh, dang.
So he still lives at home.
Yeah.
Huge home.
And, like, I expected them to be like, who's this girl in here? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But, like, they acted, like, totally normal. Like, they weren't weirded out by me just, like, being in the kitchen.
What?
Well, he is an adult. I mean, it's not like you're... I mean, I hope I didn't ask. He's not 18, right?
No, but, like, they were acting overly friendly. Like, they knew me. Like, I was already part of the family.
Whoa.
They were, like, asking about vacations and, like, offered me some juice.
They're just like friend. Are they just super friendly, or you're saying you think he has girls over all the time?
Yeah.
I don't know if he has girls over all the time, but, like, they were talking to me, like, treating me like I was already some long-term girlfriend or something.
Weird.
Yeah, okay.
okay.
Yeah, it's a little strange, but I still don't... Like, did that happen before or after the make-out on the piano?
It was before.
Okay, so then you still made out with him on the piano. What made you leave?
I mean, I was still buzzed from the club, and, like, so we went upstairs, and I just wanted to, like, get rid of some of that weird energy. So we hooked up on his piano.
That's a good way to get rid of the weird energy.
Yeah, switch it up a little.
Yeah.
But, like, his room was, like, the room of, like, a 13-year-old boy. There were sports posters everywhere.
So it felt like you were like hanging out at a teenager's house.
It was like I was hooking up with a 27-year-old teenager.
Yeah, but who hasn't done that? I mean, come on. If you've dated in your 20s, 27-year-old teenagers are very common.
But in their own parents' house?
Well, you know.
Like, I had to sneak through the hallways to get out of there, like, hoping I wouldn't run into him or, like, his parents. Like, thank God I got out of there.
It's an awkward situation. You know what else is awkward, Marissa? Ethan is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Seriously? He's on the phone?
Yep. Yeah, Ethan, you there?
Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
You know, I want to tell you, my parents, they were happy to meet you.
Oh, my gosh.
Sounds like it.
Ethan, why didn't you tell her that you live with mom and dad before bringing her back to the house?
Well, it's still my house. I mean, if you send mail to me, it goes to my name at that address.
Yeah, no. Why didn't you tell us that it was your parents' house?
Yeah.
I don't see why that's important. You know, I like the piano's mine pretty much.
Pretty much.
I didn't think it was important to bring up to you guys because it really didn't have anything to do with the actual date. The date went great.
Like, it wasn't your house, and the date did not go great.
Like, how are you still calling it a date? I mean, didn't you guys meet at a club, and it's more of a hookup?
No, it was more of a mistake.
Okay.
Oh, my parents liked you because I don't really bring a lot of women back.
Then why were your parents acting so weird? They were acting like, who did they think that I was?
To be honest, I guess when they were traveling and wondering what I was doing, I may have told them that I had a girlfriend, and they probably thought that you were her.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So you were lying to me and your parents.
Oh.
Technically, yes, but don't tell my parents I said that.
Yeah. Marissa, don't rat him out to his parents.
Don't get grounded, man.
Oh.
No, like, you were lying to both of us. Like, not only me, but also your parents. Like,
Whoa, hold on. I don't know why you're freaking out right now, Marissa. You did not seem to be freaking out on top of the piano.
I don't know why you're bringing this up in front of everyone on the radio. Like, that was between you and me.
And his parents.
You guys are just as bad as he is. Like, this is extremely childish.
Oh, yeah, we're childish. I apologize for that.
Yeah, we know that.
Like, that is something we own.
Hold on. You said childish? I'll have you know, Marissa, it's not a teenager's bedroom. I've been there since I was a child. It is a life room.
A life room. I've never heard that before.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been there since I was 2, and I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Don't get too upset. Hey, Marissa, would you like to go on a second date with Ethan? We'll pay for it.
Well, here's the thing.
Marissa, wait. No, wait, Marissa. Look, if you're willing to go on another date, honestly, I will talk to my parents about you maybe moving in.
What?
Whoa!
How is that helping anything?
After 2 dates, too.
I think you need to talk to your parents about you moving out.
Of my own home? I don't think so.
What do you think, Marissa? You know, one more date with Ethan and then the possibility of a brand new place to live.
I mean, there's 10 bedrooms.
Yeah.
How is he even asking me to move in right now? Like, what is going on?
No? You sure?
You know what? No, I'm good. I'm not trying to have any parent roommates.
Marissa, great. If you want to keep dating losers that live in studio apartments, that don't do their laundry, then you be my guest.
Wow, you're right. When you put it that way, I really have to think about the opportunity of living with you and your parents.
All right. Well, Marissa, thank you for your time. Ethan, I'm sorry. No second date, man.
I'm never calling you guys again.
Throw a tantrum. Go to your room. Go to your room, Ethan.
Brooke
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I think we've all had those mornings where you wake up at like 2 in the afternoon, kind of groggy, wondering how you got home. Like, I think I remember being in a cab.
Oh, God.
I'm not really sure. That sort of happened for today's second dater, Mary, who is on the phone with us right now. Mary, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for your email. Appreciate it.
Yeah, totally.
So it said that you met a guy out at a club,
Mm-hmm.
and then you sort of remember him taking you home.
Oh, Mary.
Why don't you explain what happened?
Oh, Mary.
Well, kind of embarrassing. I was just out at the club. I was there with some girlfriends, my roommate, and we were out just like dancing, having a fun time, like drinking, whatever.
Girls' night.
Yeah, doing you.
Yeah, just like normal night. And you know how like guys at clubs can usually be like aggressive and just like come up and like grind on you, and it's like totally obnoxious. And
Yeah.
I
And you always have
personally-
the girlfriend come in and try to rescue you
Yes.
by dancing with you, and then you dance away.
yeah, totally. You like give them the look, you have the sign, you're like, hey, like get me out of this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're kind of like doing that, going back and forth, just having like a girls' night out. But then there was this one guy who just like seemed sweet, and what was like nice about him was that he actually asked me to dance. Like he didn't just like come up on me, and that was like really refreshing.
Yeah. Isn't that sad that that's our standard in society
Yeah.
today? Like, he just asked before he rubbed up on me.
Yeah. So we were like dancing a little bit, and then kind of broke off from the group and got a drink. And
So you hung out with this dude at the bar all night.
well, yeah, I mean we were like drinking, dancing, like just kind of back and forth,
Okay.
like having a fun
So,
time.
so you hung out with the dude at the bar all night.
I mean, we were dancing and
Just say
drinking.
yes.
So
Yes,
you hung
do it,
out
Mary.
with the dude at the bar all night. That's pretty much what I'm saying, Mary.
Okay, yeah. That's what we
Okay.
were doing. So he seems great. So I like give him my phone number, and he like I don't even know how that happened, but he was like, "You're awesome. Like, put your number in my phone."
Here's my phone. Type it.
I love that.
Type
move.
it in there. It is a good move. I've seen that happen quite a bit. So
Yeah. So like, here's where it gets embarrassing. I gave him my phone number, and then things get really hazy.
It sounds like it, Mary.
The next thing I know, we're just like having one of those epic, super fun cab rides. I mean, it was all funny. It was like me, my roommate, and him. We were all just kind of like laughing, like having a fun time. But I think there was like a moment where he woke me up. I was falling asleep.
Were you like
Wait.
passed out on the way home?
Yeah, but I do remember that he helped us get into our place.
Okay. So was it like he was taking care of you? I mean, I've been out and I've been with drunk girls before, and I'm like, I'm going to make sure they get home safe.
Yeah.
And I'll take a cab home and then put them into bed. And then be like, oh, okay, I guess she actually is passed out. I guess I should go.
I mean, that's a nice thing, I think, for him to do if he was just trying to make sure you're safe. But, Jubal, is there ever a time where a girl passes out on you in a cab that you still find her attractive after that?
Don't ask Jubal
Okay,
for...
you're right.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Get that power napping.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Because when we get
You're going to
home-
be up for a while. You need to take a nap. Okay, so what's the last thing you remember from this guy?
I guess he got us inside and got me in my room, and then next thing I knew, like in the morning, he's gone, and my roommate and I are like kind of trying to piece together our night.
So wait,
Did he stay the night?
No, he definitely didn't stay the night, but I mean, I want to see him again. Like, we haven't even kissed. I want to see him again and like thinking, like, we had a fun time.
Would you even be able to pick him out of a lineup?
Yes.
Pretty sure.
One thing I remember.
If it was a lineup of some really blurry pictures, I could do it. Okay. So he got you into your place, okay, and left. Have you tried asking him out? Have you tried getting a hold of him?
Yeah, I tried to call him a couple of times and nothing.
Wait, what's his name again?
Steven.
Do you know that it's his number that he left you in his phone?
Yeah, I mean, his voicemail says, "This is Steven, leave a message."
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Cool.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I just thought of something.
You did.
Mary is on the phone with us.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to do a second date update. She met this guy, Steven, when she was out drunk.
Yeah.
Barely remembers him. They took a cab home, her roommate, and him.
Mm-hmm.
All she remembers is him, like, helping get her up to the place, putting her in bed, and then he's never seen again. She said she talked about the evening with her roommate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that maybe her roommate could have done something with Steven and isn't telling her?
Yeah.
Oh, then he left because he
Depends
didn't
on how good of friends they are, right?
Mary?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Have you thought about that angle?
No, I have not thought about that angle.
she's a little angry.
Now that you're thinking about that angle, is that a possibility?
I don't think she would do that.
Why don't you just want to chalk this one up to fun night out and let it go?
I mean, I just feel really bad about the night, and I think he's really cute, and I just want to see him again.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to dial the phone number right now, but you don't think there's any way that he couldn't have, like, be doing stuff with your roommate and you don't know it?
You want this to be true, don't you, Jubal?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm going to call him right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is Steven there?
Yeah, that's him.
Hey, man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
Okay, you ever heard of us?
No, I haven't.
All right, you obviously don't live in America. We do a morning show here on Moving 92.5. We have a segment on our show called the Second Date Update.
Okay.
You recently went on a date with one of our listeners. I mean, I say date, it wasn't really so much of a date. You recently met one of our listeners at a bar and helped escort her home.
Oh, yeah.
Rings a bell.
Does this happen often, or do you know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about.
Okay. Her name is Mary. Mary emailed us and said that she really liked meeting you. She thought you were an awesome guy. She admitted that she was probably a little bit too drunk at the end of the night. And she's been trying to call you ever since you helped her get home to thank you, but you're not answering any of her phone calls.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to be on the radio for. Yeah. Sorry.
Can we just a few minutes of your time? I promise we'll let you go soon.
No, hey.
Oh, is he really
You
gone?
did hung up, yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, Mary,
What
did Mary do?
Yeah, Mary.
Mary, how did you make this dude feel that uncomfortable that he's like scared of you?
I don't know.
Sweet Mary,
Yeah.
God, dancing.
What happened?
I don't know. Let's see if we can call him back again, see if he'll answer. I'll try to keep him on the phone. He does not sound like he wants to play, though.
Yeah.
Hello?
Steven, is Jubal from the radio station.
I already told you I don't want to do this.
I know, but please, just for a second, I promise I won't take a lot of your time. You don't have to go into too much detail. We're just trying to figure out what happened that night.
No.
Dude, for Mary's sake, okay? Because Mary wants to know. She doesn't remember the night. You don't have to say anything about her if you don't want to. She just wants to know what happened.
Everything's fine. She got home.
I got home. I'm sorry.
Steven, I mean,
Why do you sound so angry, dude?
she doesn't remember.
It wasn't pretty.
Did she like puke on you or something?
No, she didn't puke on me, but she got a little too drunk for her own good.
Yeah.
I mean, I took her and her roommate home, which was all sorts of fun. I'm in the back with her. The roommate was singing at the top of her lungs in the front with the cabbie who hated it.
Steven, listen, I can sympathize with you. I've been in that situation a lot. And it is the most annoying thing ever.
I've actually been kicked out of a cab for doing
Yeah.
that. I'm not lying.
I've been you before, Steven. I've been the guy in the back that's been like, oh my God, just make this end. So I understand your hesitancy to do this.
But that was nice of you.
Well, thank you.
Was it just was it just that you were embarrassed in the cab? That was it?
Well, the whole thing was embarrassing. We got her in the cab. Like I said, the roommate was a ball of joy. She was passed out in the back, grabbing at my junk.
Oh,
nice.
No.
Grabbing at it?
That's not the way you want it done, you know?
Yeah.
To say the least. I mean, I don't need a drunk girl half passed out in a cab. I don't need that.
Yeah, it's not sexy.
No.
There's sexy grabbing at the drunk, and then there's not sexy grabbing at the junk.
And it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl doing it.
Did you tell her to stop?
I mean, I pushed her away. She's like, oh, no, come on. Just let me touch it. Try and tell a drunk girl something.
Yeah.
What's that?
So she groped you and then passed out, and you helped her get into her room and then left, and you didn't want anything to do with it.
I had the cab hold out in front. We got her roommate to help me get her in. She was at least functional. So we got him into the house. She was passed out. I left. I took the cab home, and here I am.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing with us what happened.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do want to let you know that Mary is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said, too.
Really?
Yes, she is. Mary, go ahead and say hi to Steven.
I am so embarrassed.
Oh, Mary.
Do you remember doing any of that, Mary?
No, Steven, I'm sorry. You're so nice. I'm not like that. I don't know what happened.
Mary, that's never happened before?
No, never.
That you can remember.
Right.
That's not me. I am not like that. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
I mean, was it like a little sexy?
No, it wasn't sexy at all. You know, it's fun at the club, and it's fun to have a good time, but I don't want to go on a date like that, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, she was drunk. Have you ever been drunk before, Steven?
I mean, I get it. I'm not judging her. I didn't want to freaking talk about it, you know?
It's a good point, Steven.
Here we are.
Yeah, it is a good point.
And now you got me on the phone with her.
Do you think you could forgive her for a drunken mistake?
She doesn't need my forgiveness. I don't give a but there's a reason I didn't answer the phone.
Oh, come on. Mary, I mean, you guys obviously had a connection at the beginning of the night.
Yeah, I mean,
we do, but when you don't want them to touch your in the cab as you're passing out, like, that kind of ruins it.
That brings me to my next question. Steven, would you like to go out on a second date with Mary? We will pay for it. No alcohol. The groping is completely up to you guys.
I mean, come on, Steven. We were having such a good time. I honestly, that's not like me. And I don't know. Let's just give it a second chance. I promise I'll, sit on my hands, whatever you're comfortable with.
We'll have a bouncer follow you guys on the date. And if there's any appropriate touching, we'll separate you two. How about that, Steven? Come on.
I mean, Mary, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I didn't answer the phone on purpose. And you call a radio show to have them call me and trick me to get you on a second date with you? Called me a tried to play with my damn near threw up in your bed. And
I wanted to thank you for getting me home. A second shot.
There you go, Steven.
And I'm glad you're home, and I'm glad everything's safe. But next time, just think a little.
Well, I mean, I don't even remember touching your first of all. And...
No, I just don't see myself going on a date with that energy, for lack of better words.
with that energy. Mary, how do you like being referred to as that energy?
I'm not like that. I don't know what happened.
Mary.
Stephen, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Mary, at least you left a lasting impression with Stephen. He will never forget you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update has almost all of the components of a perfect love story.
Oh, I love it already.
You have a house party with tons of people.
That's not really us.
Alcohol. A drunken hookup in the bathroom.
Gross. Come on. That's no Ryan Gosling film.
But Callie, who was on the phone to do a second date update with us today, missed one of the major components of the perfect love story. We've got all those things. But Callie, I read your email and it didn't say anything about puking. And everybody knows that every love story has to have a little puking in it.
Of course.
Oh, God.
Kelly, you want to tell us a little bit about your love story?
Well, I didn't puke. Maybe I should have.
Yes.
Then the evening probably would have ended a little earlier.
If you would have puked, you wouldn't be doing a second date update right now. You'd be getting married probably.
What man doesn't love a puker is what you're saying?
Apparently, Callie met a guy at a party and they got a little drunk together.
Okay.
She's going to tell us about that. What's the guy's name?
His name is George.
Tell us a little bit about George.
My friend Becca had a party with her boyfriend at their new house, and George works with John, Becca's boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
And we met early in the party, and it was like the best party of my life. We had an amazing time.
So you're certain that he's cute because you met him when you were still sober?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, like, you know, I'd had maybe one or two drinks early in the evening when we first, like, really started chatting. But
okay,
he comes up to talk to me, made me laugh. We had a great time. We talked all night. It was amazing.
I want to get to the real amazing part, the hookup in the bathroom.
Oh, I knew you jumped directly there.
What happened with that?
Do we have to jump to the end first? I mean, we had a whole lovely night together.
Well, I'd like to know about that first, yeah. But if you feel like you want to tell us some other information before you get to hooking up in the bathroom, then I guess if you have to.
Just make it quick.
It just makes me sound so terrible.
No, it doesn't. You met the hot guy. I mean, he came up to you in the party.
Yeah, everything was going great. We kept drinking. I don't remember exactly the whole evening. But I remember that we danced. That was great. We started kissing. Oh, so this is embarrassing. I was talking about how I could tell the future. He was like, "What are you talking about?" So I decided to do this whole future telling thing where I started reading his palm.
Are you actually like a fortune teller, or was this just something where you were hammered and you're like, this is going to be cute?
Yeah, I just thought it would be cute. I mean, I don't know. I think I read an article about it in middle school or something.
All right, so drunken Callie thought it would be cute to tell him that you were a fortune teller.
Yeah.
And what do you remember about that?
Well, I think I remember this clearly because it was embarrassing.
Okay.
What happened?
I told him, I said, I see in your future a marriage to a short, hot blonde.
What? And I'm guessing you're the short, hot blonde in that situation.
That's me. Yeah, I'm short and I'm blonde.
I thought you were going to predict the bathroom hookup, not the marriage.
Well, so then he was clearly that made him nervous, and I realized, oh God, get it together. We're talking about marriage with a guy you just met. So then I was I tried to I tried to like save myself and be like, just kidding. I just see some booty in your future.
And is that when he was like, okay, I'm on board with this. Now that you've moved on from marriage to booty, I'm down. Let's go to the bathroom.
I don't remember his response very well, but obviously it didn't end the evening.
So you guys hooked up in the bathroom.
That I can confirm. I definitely remember that. It was really hot.
Why would you not choose an open bedroom instead, Callie?
That I don't know. That I don't know.
And bathrooms are so much hotter anyway. Who wants to do it in a bedroom? Everybody does that. Be original. You know?
Yeah, I'm up for adventure. We'll go wherever.
How did the bathroom session end?
I don't remember how it ends. This is why I really need your guys' help.
Do you remember even saying goodbye to this guy?
No. All I remember is that we were making out in the bathroom. It was really hot. That's the last thing I remember. I know that we did not sleep together. We did not.
I thought you said you had a hookup in the bathroom.
Yeah, but we didn't go that far.
Oh.
They just made out
That's
in
a
the bathroom.
letdown.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Phrase it differently next time. Just say you made out in the bathroom. I was all excited. Okay, so you didn't sleep with the guy.
No, I woke up on the couch at my friend Becca's house with all my clothes on, so.
But you did get his phone number because you've tried to call him.
I got his phone number from Becca, from her boyfriend John. And I texted a couple times, and I called, and it's his voice on the voicemail, so I know it's his number.
Has he responded at all to you?
No.
Okay.
And I'm really worried I did something stupid when I was drunk, but I really like this guy. So, I mean, I feel like we spent that much time together. I feel like he at least owes me a second chance.
Well, you will play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
You guys are the best. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
These are my favorite ones to do where people are drunk and don't remember things because I love it when they find out what they did.
Oh, God.
All right, we'll do it right after this.
Thank you.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, if you're just tuning in for the second date update, Callie is on the phone. She wants to call a guy named George that she met at her friend's house party. They met, had a few drinks, had a few more drinks. Sounds like Callie had a few more drinks than that. Anyway, at the end of the night, they ended up in the bathroom making out, and that's the last thing that she remembers.
It's just killing me not knowing what went wrong.
Callie, are you sure you want to call this guy for a second date?
I've thought a lot about this, and, maybe I don't want to know, but it's better to know than not know. Did I say something stupid? I had done that whole fortune teller bit. Was he just looking for a one-night stand? And maybe he was annoyed that I wouldn't go all the way?
There's a lot of questions. You're throwing a lot of questions out there, Callie.
Oh, my God.
Let me remind everybody.
I've been, going around in my head forever. I have no idea.
Okay.
This
Let me
is
remind
so
everybody.
the inner dialogue of every woman ever that's made out with a guy at a party.
I need to remind everybody what the fortune teller thing was she's talking about. Apparently, at some point during the party, she was drunk and she was like, I'm a fortune teller. Give me your hand. And then she was like, I see you getting married to a short, hot blonde, and that's her. And she said he seemed a little weird at that point. And then you followed up with, I also see booty in your future. Again, talking about her, which probably made him very happy. I was asking if you really wanted to call him for a second date because, look, you were drunk. You took him into the bathroom, but you guys didn't sleep together. Do you really want to be with a guy who wouldn't take advantage of that situation properly?
Yes.
I mean, that's not the kind of guy you take home to mom.
No. No, that is the kind of guy I would totally take him.
You're weird, Callie. Just strange.
No.
All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now, get him on the phone, and find out why he's not calling you back, okay?
Oh, God. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to George, please?
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, George, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm good. Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Okay. Why?
That's a good question, George. I'm calling you today because one of our listeners emailed us about you.
Okay.
Her name is Callie.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a girl that you met at a party a little while ago?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, she emailed us about you because you're not calling her back, and she's tried to get a hold of you a few times, and she's wondering if she did something wrong.
She doesn't know why I'm not calling her back?
She has no clue.
That surprises me.
Really?
Yes, that surprises me.
Why is that?
Well, just how the evening went, that's all.
She told us about when you guys met. She said you were hanging out at the party, and then she got a little drunk, did this weird fortune teller thing where she said she could see you marrying a hot blonde at some point, and you seemed weird, but she also told us you made
She
out.
thinks that's the reason. She thinks that's the reason I'm not calling her back?
She said it's the only thing she could think of. She also said it was very hazy because she was pretty drunk when she met you.
That doesn't surprise me.
Did she do something stupid while she was drunk?
Look, I don't want to call her out. You know, it was just a crazy night.
Can you tell us a little bit of the craziness?
No, I don't know if that's the best idea.
She told us already that you guys made out in the bathroom.
She told you that we made out in the bathroom.
Yeah. She told us all that. She's the one that wants to know what happened because she doesn't remember a lot of it.
I think it's probably best that she doesn't remember it.
Really?
I would like to forget it.
It's that bad?
Well, I mean, again, I'm like, it was a crazy night. Everyone was drinking. You know, stuff happens.
What happened, though? I need to know. And, by the way, anybody who does these things, we tell them beforehand, like, hey, you may hear something embarrassing about yourself, and they co-sign. They're like, okay, that's fine. I'm willing to hear whatever it is. She doesn't care if it's embarrassing. She just wants to know what happened.
All right. We did go to the bathroom, and there is something that happened in there that will be burned into my brain for the rest of my life.
Whoa.
My mind is spinning right now. There's lots of possibilities.
I'm with you, dude.
Well, we were making out, and she just, like, stopped, right? And she whispered in my ear, turn around and close your eyes. So I'm thinking, this is going to get pretty nice. We're going to see some...
I don't know if anybody said to me, turn around and close your eyes, I'd be scared.
Well, it's the way she said it. It sounded sexy. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I was drinking, too.
All right.
So I turned my back to her, closed my eyes. You know, everything's racing through my head. Like, I'm about to see this chick naked, and it's going to be on. So I'm willing to do whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
And then she says, okay, open your eyes. And I turn around. Oh, my gosh. I turn around, and I am not seeing a topless chick. What I'm seeing is this girl standing bottomless over the toilet and saying this, look, I'm peeing like a guy.
That was
I'm like, what are you doing?
I gotta say
that. She's like, this is a trick I learned in college.
What did you do when you saw her
I was
doing?
really hydrated because it went for a long time.
Did you just leave at that point? I don't know how I would have handled that.
I mean, I was completely horrified, if I don't need to say that.
Yeah.
She puts on her clothes, and I take her out to the living room and just kind of plop her on the couch.
Oh, you're no fun. Come on, that's a good trick.
What do you want her to do, Brooke?
Here's the kicker. This is my friend's house. So I went back into the bathroom and cleaned the piss from the bathroom.
That sucks.
That was my wild night.
Sounds like a lot of fun. No wonder why you're not calling her back.
I think it's
I
hysterical.
mean, do you blame me now?
Not really.
Not at all.
Although it does sound like a cool party trick I'd like to see.
It is
George.
a cool one.
George, I have to tell you something real quick.
What's up?
She's actually on the other line listening.
Who, Callie?
Yeah. Callie, are you there?
I'm here.
Did you hear that whole conversation that we just had with him?
Unfortunately, I heard it.
I am impressed.
George, I am so sorry. Oh, my God.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't have... I feel bad. I really wouldn't have said this on the radio.
Well, no, I did ask them to. Now I don't know why. Clearly, I created all my own problems here.
Oh, poor Callie.
Do you remember doing that at all, Callie?
I don't remember that at all. I did learn that trick in college. In college, I was really good at it, though. I didn't splash everywhere.
Oh my God!
Was this
I
like
swear I have not done that since like my junior year of college. Like, it's kind of goes really fast.
That was a little throwback for you, just trying to see if you could still do it.
I mean, I learned back then that other people are actually not impressed, so I stopped doing it.
That's so weird.
But you see, George, Callie liked you so much she was trying to impress you.
Yeah. Well, it definitely left an impression.
But can't you see, George? Like, she's just a fun girl. That's a funny trick, you know? Like,
gross, but-
whatever. Like, you could look past that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
But everything was good up until the peeing all over everything point.
I kind of feel like the peeing overshadows pretty much anything positive that came out of it.
I've learned that a lot in life on many occasions.
You have?
Yeah, peeing usually trumps everything else that happened up until that point.
I do like her delivery of it, though. Like, it was going to be a big surprise.
Yeah.
Turn around!
Yeah, look
A magic trick. Look at that.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Hey, George, at this point, I would love to ask if you'll go on a second date with Callie. I will pay for it.
You know, I think I'm gonna pass.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
man.
Callie, you do seem like a nice person, but, you know, I really wouldn't be able to look at you the same.
Oh. Kelly, you tell him how great you are.
Well, at this point, I feel like I couldn't look him in the eyes, so it's probably for the best.
All right, well, not a successful second date then, but maybe you can be friends.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.